So the meeting will be recorded, so like this it can be shared with the people who miss the meeting. Okay, so hello everybody and welcome to the meeting where we're going to discuss about the matters of next week. Next week event at AFMASS. And yes, I wasn't here for a while because I was abroad. So I would like to see what for the agendas. Ah, someone is coming. Thank you. Hello. So about if you have things to add. So what I know for now, and please be correct me if there's anything that you need to add, or because I'm not aware about what have been discussed before because I was not here. First of all, for the preparation. No, let's start first for the competitor. For the 3 competition, what is the state of the competitor? Do we have some people who signed up and actually pay for the fee, knowing that today is the last day to register, or should we actually carry on the registration? Any update on this? Hello, anybody?
I think regarding the registration regime, Benson can tell us
Yes.
how many people have paid, so that we can
Mm-hmm.
confirm. I think that's the number. But so far on the KCE email, we have, I think,
Mm-hmm.
almost 20 applicants. But now we need to confirm with the
The
payment. Yeah, for the commitment for the competition, we need
yeah.
Benson to tell us how much he has received. So
Okay.
regardless of the competition, because all competitions are 2,000 shillings. So if he has
Mm-hmm.
received any payments for 2,000, you can just let
Yes.
us know how many he has received. But so far the applications are more than, I think, 20 in the KCE email.
Oh, that is good.
Yes.
So, is there someone who's taking care about contacting the applicant just to tell them that today is the last day?
Yes. So Benson,
Yes. So Benson just told us that we have received 11 payments so far.
yes, I can see.
Okay. So, all right, that is good. But so for the 9 payment missing, is there someone who's going to call the people in order to make them confirm their payment?
So I think what he can do, he can look at the payments.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's probably through M-Pesa. If it's through
Yes.
M-Pesa, you can get the contact, uh, the, the names.
Mm-hmm.
Then he forwards the names to me so that I can see. I can look from those who have registered.
Yeah, good, good.
Those who
Yeah.
have not paid, I'll be able to differentiate between the ones who have paid and those who have not paid. So Benson just
Mm-hmm.
wants to be the names of those who
Okay.
have paid, so that I can confirm against those who have registered and get in touch with those who have registered and not paid.
Okay. And for each competition, do we know how many competitor we have? Because some competitor register for several competitions, some just for one. So, um, how many competitor we have for each competition? Do we know? Do we have a number on this one?
Let me just reach where my destination, then I can be able to, from the
Oh,
application forms, I can be able now to categorize each and every one of them. Then I'll
okay.
post on the group. Yes, I'll post on the group.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
that is good. I think latte art will be obviously the most popular one because it's the most visual one. Cup tester too, because
Mm.
I think also cuppers will be very interesting. And things I wanted to know, will it be possible to extend the registration up to Wednesday in order, I don't know, just because in case you have more people, that will be interesting. Because 20 people, I think, is already a good number.
I think it will be, in my opinion, I
Mm-hmm.
think extend up to Wednesday. I know Kenyans love the last minute rush. So,
Exactly.
yeah, yes.
Okay, let's carry
So,
on up to Wednesday. Perfect. So,
yes,
like,
yes.
we can put this already on the social media that we extended up to Wednesday for the registration. So that would be good. That would be good. And another things I wanted to say, so brewing, so we're going to check the numbers of the people we have. We're extending up to Wednesday. And as you can see, I notice a lot of people, a lot of us reposting constantly about the registration. Do we have, yes, things I wanted to precise. It was several, Sheila sent me some people, sorry, who wanted to come to brewing, but the things they wanted to know is there will be some coffee available or some coffee available and also some equipment available because sometimes they want to register but they do not have either coffee or other equipment. So I would like to say to anybody who comes that I have equipment available for them, but I also have coffee available for them. So this is available, and there's absolutely no problems as they can use them. And also, I share with Sheila the simpler rules for all those competitions. So they mimicking the regular rules. However, I made them way simpler for people to be much more affordable for everybody. It's just like these people. It's not too daunting, but he prepared them for the real latte art, which will be in August, and prepare them for next year cup tester and brewers cup. So things we can do is discuss those rules, and you telling me yes, no, maybe, but you going to have them share onto the Kenyan event. So let me share them with you right now, so you can open them, and we're going to go through them. Things I can do is actually share my screen, open them, and share my screen, and you telling me if it's a yes or if it's a no, and we can discuss all of them. Okay, let me close because I have 2,000 things open on my thing and open. We're going to start with the coffee tasting challenge because this one is the simplest one. And let me share my screen with you. Oops, sorry. Okay, and let me share my screen. Oh, it doesn't let me share my screen. Ah, here. Present now, a window. Okay, so everybody see my screen right now? Okay. So for the coffee tasting challenge, normally for cup tester, you're supposed to have 8 triangulation and 8 triangulation, and you have 8 minutes to find is the odd one. For someone who's starting that competition, you have to understand that 8 minutes, 8 triangulation is 1 triangulation per minute. It's a massive stress. So here I decided to do 6 triangulation instead of 8, but they have 10 minutes. And I saw, for example, because when I was in the Emirates, they're doing exactly the same things also in Abu Dhabi, doing lower challenges to attract people to the national one. And what they're doing, hang on a minute, sorry. And what they're doing, they make actually five triangulation for 7 minutes. So just tell me what you think. Are you okay with 6 triangulation, 10 minutes? Or should we do something like less triangulation and less time? What do you think about this one? Any things to add to this? Or should we confirm this one? Nothing? Should we
We
approve
need
this?
input from everyone. Kindly suggest. Everyone needs to say if they're okay or not okay. Nothing. Leslie, Tia.
No one? So don't worry, I'm going to share it into the group, so you can always say something. But it would be good to have the rule before the thing starts, because when people train, they know what to expect. So I'm sure many of them are training on the 8 triangulation. So seeing 6, they might be a bit offsetting, but more prepared. So that's why. So because the thing, I would like to share the rules with the people who are registering right now, so like this they know what to expect and they know how to train, because the competition is next week. So it will be good. So this is for the coffee tasting challenge. Let me open the next one. But you're going to have this share in the group, huh? We're going to do Brewers Cup, so the brewing challenge. Okay. Let me share window. Share that. Perfect. So for the brewing challenge, I done exactly the same things that you do at the Brewers Cup, but I made it simpler. So I don't know if some of you done Brewers Cup. I've done it several times. And in Brewers Cup, you have 2 service. You have one you call the compulsory service, and another one called the open service. And the reason why I keep them, I really want to put people in the same ambience of the original one, but not as much stress. Okay? Because otherwise, if you make it too simple here, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen is simple. They going to see is too much challenge. It will be too daunting. So they are in the same competition as a national one, but with less stress. So let's start with the compulsory service. So for compulsory service, the compulsory service is everybody has to um, run to make a coffee, to make the coffee for the judges. And the judges do not see how you make the coffee. They see absolutely nothing. They next to your table, but back to you. So they don't know what you're doing. Okay. And you have to prepare 3 coffee with a coffee that you know nothing about. It's just a random coffee. You know nothing about this coffee. And you have to make 3 identical brew. And you have 7 minutes to do it. And after, the judges, when you do, you have the timekeeper tells you time, and you stop. And by the time, you need to have your 3 cups with minimum 120 mils in the cup. So just turn to you, take that cup, and leave. That is it. Okay. So the compulsory service, instead of doing 3 cups, we can do only 2. Same things is 2 sensory judge, no longer 3. And they're going to be by the table, but they're back to the table. And the person has to brew individually 2 cups instead of 3. 120 ml, so we keep the 120 ml, but you have a bit longer time. So the only person who see what you see is just the timekeeper. The timekeeper tell you have 8 minutes to set up, normally it's 5, and you have 8 minutes to make the 2 brew, normally it's 7 minutes for 3 brews. Okay, you have 2 sensory judge instead of 3. All right, and it's a coffee that you know nothing about. You don't know what is this coffee, so we need to know who's going to have this coffee, who's going to prepare this coffee for us. And the coffee has really strict rule how to the action. It cannot be a dark coffee. It has to be quite a light coffee, and it has to be a specialty coffee, and it has to be a coffea. Means it can also be Canifora, which is a special a robusta, or another one, but because it's Kenya, an Arabica will be okay, perfect. But it cannot be like medium to dark. No, it has to be between 60 to 65 acton, so means quite light. Okay. After the second service they have to do is the open service. Now the competitor come with their coffee and their method of preparation. Okay, and they're going to have 5 minutes to set up, which we can let's extend it to actually 7 minutes to set up. So like this, they have a bit much more time. Okay, and oops, okay, so we have. Oh, sorry, we have a bit too much noise. Sorry. So 7 minutes to set up instead of 5, and 10-minute competition time, which normally is 9 minutes plus 1 minute where you lose your time to present, prepare, and serve 2 cups instead of 3, 120 ml minimum, and each brew individually to 2 sensory judge. So I did not put a head judge. Normally is 3 sensory judge and 1 head judge. Now we make it less stress, 2 sensory judge and a timekeeper. That will be it. Okay. So when the competitor presents a coffee, it's his coffee. They know the coffee. So the same things they have to do in barista competition. They need to tell where the coffee is from, the altitude, the process, etc., etc., etc. For people who are using the coffee that I'm going to roast for them, they will have all the specs of the coffee. So from that, they will be able to do their talk. So that will be simple. I'm going to roast this coffee by this weekend or next week. It will be just a simple basic coffee. Okay? And where the coffee is from, etc. And maybe also why they choose that method, how is that method going to extract this coffee, etc., etc., etc. So they're going to have 10 minutes to say that, and they start like in barista, time in to start, time out when it's finished, and the judges leave with their brew to assess, because they need to understand how the coffee it is hot, warm, and cool. Okay, and they need to explain also the temperature, everything exactly like in barista, except this time is for brewing. Okay, so I put 10-minute competition times, but let's extend it to 12, so like this it's a bit less stress. Okay, so 7 minutes setup time, 12 minutes competition times. and still 2 cups of coffee, 2 sensory judge, and a timekeeper, no head judge. All right? I'm going to share that, don't worry, and the thing is recorded so you can assess later. And after, change if it needs to be changed, if you think we can improve to make it easier for people. But I really wanted to keep the 2 service, so like the regular one, but with less challenges. So now let's go to the latte art. So latte art challenge, that we're going to mimic the real latte art competition. Always remember, it's not a latte art smackdown, okay? Now is way different. The barista needs to needs to prepare their coffee. No one does it for them. Okay, so latte art challenge. So in latte art, you have also 2 challenges. Okay, 2 service. You have 2 service. So I put service so that this will be easier. Service 1 and service 2. So the 2 service, one is called the art bar, and the other one is a stage performance. So every time you go and you type latte art on YouTube, you always have the stage performance. This is the one everybody see and everybody follow. But there's another service, which is the art bar. And the art bar, the competitor just have to make one latte art, his own design, okay? Free pour, etching, anything, coloration, anything he wants. And the 2 judges are not latte art judges. They're not WACA judges. They're just anybody who has a sense of artistic expertise. So it can be absolutely anybody. So it's really, really, really fun. And it's just to remove the stress of the stage performance. And now the competitor has to make his latte art. And some people, they come and they see it and the judges are looking at it, but they go in to judge on the picture. So the competitor do the things in front of customers passing by and everything, and he explain everything. He have 5 minutes to do it, 5 minutes. Then after, he brings the coffee in a place where the photographer take a picture of it, and that picture going to be sent to the 2 people, the 2 judges who go in to judge the picture. That is it. So it's really, really fun. And those people, remember, they maybe not even in the industry. They just want to have something that is beautiful, really amazing in front of them. That's it. Okay. So for this, you can take anybody, and it's a fun things of it. And they just judge the things on a picture. That's it. So it's really, really, really fun. This one, so I say we're going to leave it, but things we can do, because once a person makes a latte art, he has to bring it to the photographing table, because it's going to be photographed in a nice area. So I think it would be good to remove the stress, to have the photographer next to the competitor, so like this, the competitor don't have to walk around and people pushing him with his coffee, which happen very often. By the time he takes a picture, well, it's no longer beautiful. So to make it easy, have the photographer next to him. And when it's finished, because the photographer has to show the finished product. So when it's finished, time is up, he takes a picture, sends a picture to the people, to the judges. So the judges see nothing about it, absolutely nothing. So that is really the fun things. It's the art bar. Okay, so you just judge through a picture. Then the second service is the stage performance. So normally, when you do your stage performance, you have 3 services. You have to put 2 free pour latte, 2 free pour macchiato, and 2 designer latte. And I took the stage of the final because the final is a longer time. So, for the other one, you can do 2 free pour latte and 2 macchiato. You don't need to have the designer latte, but for the final, you have to have the designer latte. So instead of doing 2, 2, and 2, I say 1, 1, and 1. Each of them, you need to have a picture with the pattern that you're going to have because they need to see if it matches the picture. Okay? So you need just to make sure that the competitor already set on the table the picture of what he's going to do. I'm going to do that. And he can put them in the order he wants. Normally not, because you have to say you have stage to follow, but there you say the order he wants. He can start whenever he wants. He does the free pour latte. The free pour latte has to be really free pour, no etching. Free pour macchiato and 1 designer latte. So it's still the 3 service, but it's only 1 and 1. Okay? And he has to write on it designer of free pour. Okay, so each of them he needs to put this one will be free pour, this one will be designer. Okay. And the designer latte, friendly, they can do whatever they want. It's totally free. They can even, if they want, for the designer latte, use the same ones that they use at the art bar. Okay? Some people do it, others don't. That is up to them. And it has to be identical pattern. No changing at the last minute. No. What you put on the picture has to be what you have. So like this is like the regular one, but simpler because this time each of the service you just have 1 coffee to make. The people, they have to make their own coffee. Okay, so no one makes their coffee for them. They have to make their own coffee. So for the time, so here we're going to change preparation time 5 minutes. Competition and performance, let's put also 12 minutes. So like this, they have a bit much more time. Okay. And competitor are required to make 3 drinks, 2 free pour lattes, and 1 designer latte. Okay. So they have a bit more time. For the preparation, we can give 7 minutes. So like this, it will be better. I'm going to share that with you, and you're going to have the video anyway in a few hours. Okay. And yes, and for the score sheet, it's going to be technically the same score sheets that we have, except the score, we can change them at the last minute just to put 2, we put 1. So we will see that with the person who's going to do the judges. So please, for the judges, be smiling, be nice. Those people, we want them after for the stronger competition. And make it fun, okay? It's just the things I wanted to say. And anything to say about it? Any remark, anything? Okay. So let's carry on. Next thing is Sheila proposed some dates for the competition, and they are quite good, I think. Let me share them with you. Yes, so Brewers Cup on Thursday, which is good. It make people just come. Cup tester, because that is the second popular, and obviously the big one, latte art, on the last day. So already we prepare the crowd. If you put latte art on the first day, you're sure that no one's going to come for the other day. But because latte art is on the last day, it encourages people to come every day and just to be totally impregnated by the coffee atmosphere that we go into have. So that is, I think, is tip top with the date, and everything's obviously going to be shared into the chat. So, any question, any remark, anything else? Everybody's fine with this? Whatever happens, so obviously in the group we can share much more remark, and I'm going to share everything, do not worry. Next things I wanted to talk about is a preparation of all this. So for Brewer's Kelp, myself, I engage myself to have the compulsory coffee. So I will have the compulsory coffee. I will have also coffee for people who wants who do not have coffee. So they will have coffee, and I'm going to share with them the specs of this coffee. So they will have some coffee. They will have some coffee to present, and they will know the specs. So from that, they will going to make their talk. And kettles also. So we will need for someone for the water for Brewer's Cup. So if we can have someone for the water, unless people bring their own water, which can be done. So they can take like the water that you have at the supermarket. Just tell them to bring their own water, which, I mean, it's not a big ask. I think it's okay to bring their own water. When we give you kettles, brewers, coffee, you can at least bring their water. So I don't think we really need a sponsor for that, unless you think it would be good to have one. That will be for Brewers Cup. Latte art, I have some etching tools if people need them. So I can share that. But we need a coffee sponsor, so I can provide coffee for latte art, and we need a machine. So someone needs to lend a machine. Unfortunately, me being in Limuru, bringing the machine all the way to Nairobi will be complicated for me. So we will need an espresso machine for this. Okay. So we need someone to bring an espresso machine for us, for latte art. Cup tester, we will need brewers and around 6 different coffees, all roasted to certain specs. So if someone wants to take care of this, and someone who brew all the coffee and prepares the whole setup for cup tester. So I'm ready to help, because it's something that I've done several times. So just think about here, we need some hands, and we need also, very important, a lot of volunteers. Cup tester demands a lot of volunteers, really a lot. Because we have less cup, because I say 6 setting, we can have actually we can do with less coffee. That it's okay. So that is something we should organize as fast as today. A team for brewing, a team for latte, and a team for cup tester, and each of us just preparing for everything. So like this, you don't have one person doing everything, but like a team for this, a team for that, a team for that. It can be a team for everything, and we say, okay, because each competition is one day, so the same team can do, okay, let's prepare this one, let's prepare this one, which would be quite good. So that is something also to put in consideration. And yes, that will be quite good. Okay. So any question, any remark, anything else? I know some of you are quite busy. Nothing to add, AOB?
I think my concern, Regine, is about the judges, but
Oh,
see,
all right.
and need
Okay.
to coordinate each and every petitioner. So maybe we can, since most people are not on this meeting.
Exactly. No problem. So what I'm going to do
Okay.
is just close there. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is just close for now. I'm going to share that video in the group, share the recording, and we can discuss and elaborate with all the points I gave later during the day in the
Regine,
group. Yes?
is it possible that we meet on Monday after lunch at Service Center?
Pardon?
Where the expo will be, so that we can have further deliberations,
Yes.
know
Yes,
where
yes.
see
No
the
problem.
top and everything else. So I propose that on Monday, maybe in the afternoon from 2, all of us we can
Yes.
meet at the center so that we can do further deliberations.
Perfect, perfect.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm perfect. Let's do that. I think it will be really good.
Yes.
I'm just going to share these meetings that I recorded, okay, and share all the rules that are made, and on Monday we can talk further. Okay. All right. So thank you very much,
Thank you
and
too.
have a nice weekend. And we talk to each other on Monday.
Yes.
Thank
Let's
you.
meet Monday so that we can deliberate further with all the members.
No problem. We can do that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, guys. All right.
Thank you, guys. Bye.